All right. So, hey, welcome everyone. This is the presentation for the Saphir Global ZENIQ Technologies business overview. If you were invited by someone to take a look at this, you're absolutely in the right place, and this is the right time. Saphir Global is a high-tech distribution company for high-standard people, as they say right there. Disclaimer is always something that we want to deliver because we don't want anybody getting the wrong impression. This is information and education so that you can make a decision that best suits you, right? So we're going to talk about minting of coins and tokens. We're going to talk about staking. We're going to talk about cost and forecast on what the price may be, those type of things. But we're going to give you actual information as well. There's a time halving and a sales halving that will likely be mentioned throughout this conversation. And so all that information, some people may take that as leading or giving you, trying to influence you to make a decision that's not yours. No, just want to clarify, not a, official or a certified financial or investment coach, advisor, or consultant. I am here because I enjoy what I do. I am a member of this particular organization from an independent representative perspective, and I want to make sure that that information is disseminated properly to you. So that's what this disclaimer is all about. All right, with that being said, let's press. The world we prepared for no longer exists. What does that mean? Well, I think a lot of us came up at a time where go to school, get good grades, go to college, get good grades. And as soon as you walk out the door, somebody's going to hand you a job offer and you're going to be set for the next 40 years. No, that's not really the case. When you walk out of college, you're probably going to have a bill based upon however long you stay in there and which ones you go to. That determines how large that bill is and how long you'll pay for it. So those are the type of things that we kind of grew up with. Even if we watch TV, there were shows that said the same thing. But what we want you to know today is because you're sitting here, because you're watching this, because you're intentionally taking the time out of your beautiful holiday weekend to be here, we're going to provide you with an alternative way, a new way. I call it the new way in the fourth industrial revolution. How do we succeed in the fourth industrial revolution? This is a technology revolution. This is a time where you don't have to go out there and, as they say, bust your knuckles and, a lot of sweat and actual physical sweat, not the virtual sweating, to make real money, to actually have an opportunity to be able to help others. You can actually do that from a computer, from an app, from your phone, and from these type of sources. And so we want to show you today an opportunity that has been presented to most of us. And when we collectively saw this, we decided that this is the means that will get us to that financial security, and that way that we can take care of all of our goals, dreams, and aspirations for years to come. And I want you to pay attention to this and appreciate the time that we have together today. The company we're talking about is ZENIQ Technologies. They are an absolute leader when it comes to blockchain, cryptocurrency, as well as tokenization. There's a host of things in our ecosystem that we're going to highlight so that you can get a better understanding of what you have before you. But for the company itself, they've been around since 2018. So they didn't just show up. Even if this is the first time you hear about it, they are not new to this. There is some new information. And I think I have maybe one slide. I was really trying to get that information in there. Excuse me. That talks about a new partner in the program that's been behind the scenes for a long time, but now they are presenting themselves because of a new phase of the company that's coming along that we're all going to be so thrilled about. And so they are part of the ZENIQ blockchain that's been really carrying the company from a social perspective for a long time. Excuse me. And so they started out in 2018 in Austria, and they ended up in Dubai, got their license and registration and all that good stuff. And so they are licensed to do business as a research and development company for blockchain products and services. So that's really a little bit about the company. Then you can see here the current status. They have, a lot of employees there. They got developers around the globe. They got support from the Sheikh there in UAE. A lot of strategic corporations. Excuse me. And Saphir Global is the marketing arm for ZENIQ Technologies. All right. Now, of course, as we go along, if you have questions, if there's things that you feel like you want a little bit more information on, then definitely, make a note. And then at the end, we'll be happy to take any questions that you have. The main product that the company launched with was called the ZENIQ Hub. This was something that attracted a lot of people in this industry, and a lot of people that was outside of the industry, because this was an easy way to bring people into the industry. I had a Zoom call last night. People wanted to know about blockchain. They want to understand more about Bitcoin and how it works. And, from an investment side of it. And the first and the last thing that was really discussed, because I always want to know who's in the room, right? And they want to know what's the attraction? I see it as volatility. I see it as, I don't understand it. That's the biggest argument I get is I don't understand it. That's why I haven't really invested in it, because I don't know what I'm investing in. And it's interesting because after you start to understand a little bit about, blockchain or Bitcoin or cryptocurrency in general, then it becomes a very, very easy, transition from the fiat ideology into kind of a crypto ideology. It's very, very easy. And so this particular hub was created to make it easy to make that transition, right? The next generation of crypto and fiat payments, a seamless fiat and crypto ecosystem for finance and investments. So for anybody that wanted to enter into this blockchain world through cryptocurrency, this ZENIQ Hub that was created by the ZENIQ, blockchain developers, absolutely was hailed as one of the easiest ways to reach people that wanted to enter into the crypto and crypto investments, crypto, knowledge, the crypto space. And so you'll hear a lot about the hub because it is the center of the particular company's products. So we're going to talk about blockchain tech. They do have energy tech and health tech as other parts of the ecosystem, but right now, blockchain tech is the main component for the company. And what all of this does, it helps us to participate in the multi-trillion-dollar market, which is the financial investments and tokenization markets. Now, when we talk about ZENIQ Technologies being the core, really, I always say it is the absolute leader in blockchain product and services, literally, that I've seen around the globe. It is absolutely leading the charge. They have a massive ecosystem, and this thing is just growing and growing and growing. And so I started out in the program, like literally when they first launched the marketing, right? ZENIQ was there for a few months when they finally got everything together. And then they brought on Saphir as the marketing arm. So I got in, really, like I said, right at the beginning, about 10,000 people, I think, were in the program. And so really within the first month. And so I say that to say, when I first started, all of this was not part of the program out front. Now, it was part of the roadmap, part of the white paper type, quote unquote, because there was no physical white paper, because it's not that type of program. But we have seen such an evolution of product and services. This ecosystem is just phenomenal, right? A lot of companies out there say they're going to do some of these things, and you never see it happen. And I know a lot of us we've probably seen a lot of programs that say they're going to create a coin, say they're going to have a white paper, say that they're going to have a decentralized exchange, say that they're going to launch, a swap mechanism, say they're going to have a debit card. I mean, oh my gosh, how many companies that you guys know that you may have been part of that said they're going to offer a debit card. I mean, I think all of them say that, but most of them do not deliver. It is phenomenal why they say that. NFTs, all these things. ZENIQ technology continues to deliver over and over and over. It's fascinating. Excuse me. So I want to just hit on some of these just to give you an idea about where we are, and then we're going to move on to where we're going. The blockchain. So ZENIQ Technologies started off with their own blockchain, and so that was from the beginning. Now, what they did do, just to give you, just a quick background on that start, just like most companies out there or developers, they started out utilizing what was already in place because it makes it easier to cross over into other blockchains. And so Ethereum was always number one when it comes to blockchain developers that want to create their own tokens. And so the initial blockchain was built off of the Ethereum virtual machine. And so they used the EVM in order to create their initial framework, if you will, because they knew that when people, got into the program, they start earning these ZENIQ coins. Somebody wanted to go ahead and get those converted to other crypto. And so they wanted to make it easy for that to happen. And that's why that was built at the beginning. Now, while they had that, the mirror was created their own blockchain for all of these things to happen that you see here, right? So the Ethereum blockchain was used to help you convert your cryptocurrency, but they created their own blockchain so that they continue the process of creating their own coin, create their own ZENIQ hub, create their own ZENIQ app, create their own staking and ZENIQ swap, the tokenization, the cross-chain decentralized exchange. So that right there. So you don't get all of this if you don't have your own blockchain, just so you guys know. And so that was a big argument from the beginning. Do they have their own blockchain? Do they not have their own blockchain? Yes, they absolutely do. But they also had access to the ERC20 platform so people could, switch and transfer and convert their coins. So that was something that was a hot topic from the beginning. So if you ever, have a conversation, then yes, they were using both, but they had to build that in order to go ahead and create the platform that we have today. So we do have on the top right, you have the smart chain and the cross chain. So ZENIQ has their own ZENIQ smart chain that was launched back in June, I think late June, right after the ZenCon. So that's available, and it helps to facilitate the tokenization, which the tokenization incorporates NFTs. NFTs obviously are a big buzzword these days. But the use and the actual utility of the NFTs, excuse me, in this context, they're using them to help facilitate the tokenization, right? And that when you use an NFT, then you don't have to fall into the security token arena. If it fell into the security token arena, then it would eliminate a lot of people from the mix, and you would not be able to participate. And so we're very kind of happy to see how they're doing it. Now, there's a new player that's always been there, but now they basically have become more public, called Ramzig. And the Ramzig utilizes kind of the invisible hand behind helping build the ZENIQ blockchain. They are focused on tokenization of real estate and of digital art. And so NFTs will be utilized to help facilitate that process. So that's something that we're going to learn more about as we go. We have the ZENIQ ecosystem. And so the ZENIQ coin. The ZENIQ coin is listed on LA Token, is listed on Uniswap, is listed on PancakeSwap. As we know, the ZENIQ coin is really the value stream throughout every part of the ecosystem. And so when we talk about, the smart chain, tokenization, the swap, staking, all that kind of stuff, everything really comes back to building value that really goes into that ZENIQ coin. And so the more ZENIQ coins that you possess, that you have, that you create, that you mint, the more value you'll see as we grow through this particular company. You have the ZENIQ swap. It went live as well just recently. Like I said, this was just an idea when we first started. And so many companies say they're going to do it. ZENIQ has done it, and they've done it in a big way. And so there is an actual site. Like I said, I don't have my new slides put together to show all of these moving parts, but I do have some snapshots that I'll be able to show as we go along. So the ZENIQ swap is live. Stake and Hints. Stake and Hints comes from the Avanac partnership. And so ZENIQ Technologies partnered with Avanac, which is a aviation on the blockchain company that services business to business or private jet bookings. And so they have a whole program, they have a whole company. And so that company is doing what it does in order to be profitable. And of course, just like buying shares in a company, when that company starts to be more profitable and people start to use their services, then of course, the value of the shares that you purchase will grow. And so anybody that's in the program, Saphir program, and you purchase those Avanac tokens, then that's creating more value for the shares, quote unquote, tokens that you have purchased with that program. And you do that through the Saphir program. So it's very cool. The ZENIQ debit card. We know that the ZENIQ debit card is available in the European Union, and we're looking forward to that coming international, at some time in the future. There are two options. If you're in the EU right now, then you can purchase the ZENIQ debit card in the back office. The ZENIQ app, there is a ZENIQ app, and then there's this version 2, so to speak, called Nomo. And every time I hear the regional directors talk about the Nomo app, they have a they like that Nomo because it's like no more apps that you'll ever need because of what they are providing through that app. And I do have some slides on that, so we'll talk a little bit about that. And like I said, we have the hub and we have the blockchain. All right, so that's just a quick synopsis of the ecosystem. Like I said, there's some new things happening that I just have not been able to update, but we do have some more well-versed leaders on the call that will help us to see and understand what else is out there for us to enjoy. Like I said, the ZENIQ Hub is available. In order to get started with the company and activate your membership, then obviously you have to purchase a product, and the hub is the product. All right, and so that hub is a digital asset manager. So it has an actual node in there that mints the ZENIQ coins. And so depending on how many nodes that you decide to purchase, if you decide to get started, then you will have the ability to mint cryptocurrency. And that minting, excuse me, the ZENIQ coins are minted through that process. And so think of it this way. If you decided that you wanted to invest in ZENIQ and you wanted to do it through stocks, then if you purchase 5 shares today, then guess how many shares you have next month? 5. But if you come through the Saphir program as a member, you purchase a hub. That hub let's say it produces 5 coins per day. Those 5 coins per day in 1 month versus buying shares. Would you rather have 5 today and 5 next month? Or would you rather purchase 5 today and have 150 next month? You see what I mean? So that's really the value just from the coin perspective. Now, this is not a coin company, but it does have a coin as part of the company. And that ZENIQ coin is continued value that grows with your organization, with your business, with your particular investment, if you will, right? So this continues to grow. It doesn't stay the same. It continues to grow. So that's the beauty of having that ZENIQ hub or ZENIQ hubs. And most of us have multiple hubs and that we grow our coins over time. Now, as we talk about the coin, if you've been in the space for a while, you definitely know that you want, one, buy low, sell high, right? And so right now, with the coins being kind of low, you're going to get more value from that. And so when you start, You want to know that there's a limited number of coins. So scarcity obviously helps the price to grow. And so over time, there's a burning mechanism in crypto, whereas that burning mechanism helps to reduce the amount of coins, but at the same time, creates more demand. And while that happens, in an economic perspective, the price decides to go back up. And so it's not necessarily tied to the market, FTX, all those other things that happen out there. That's fine. There are, human beings that decided and made some bad choices and affected a lot of other human beings in the process. And crypto just happened to be the cloud that hovered over that. But at the end of the day, guess what? We continue to grow our business. We continue to build our portfolio, and ZENIQ Technologies continues to grow in value. So, there are going to be some slow times. There's going to be some fast times. The value is going to go up. The value is going to go down. That's just normal business. But at the end of the day, when you see it, across the spectrum, you'll see that you're in the right place at the right time with the most productive value-added cryptocurrency in the market today. So this is very powerful in itself to know that one, you won't have more than 600 million or 600 million coins produced. And excuse me, there's a limited amount of hubs, there's a limited amount of coins, there's the burning mechanism. All of these things are factored in order to help create more value for the coin. When you have the ZENIQ Hub, and I should have mentioned this as well, ZENIQ Hub is minting the ZENIQ coins every day, every other day, every week on a schedule. Now, while that's happening, as you see, there's two more coins that I have here, the Avanac token, and you have the Tupan token. These are two strategic partners that came over to the ZENIQ blockchain. Okay. And so the Avanac has its own staking process, whereas we're earning on that every day, a certain percentage APY on that every day, right? And we utilize NFTs in order to receive the benefit of that if we so choose to withdraw at any time. So you do have the opportunity to mint your ZENIQ coins and stake some Avanac tokens, which I do recommend because that is a phenomenal company and I know that's going to grow. And then you have the Tupan, which is another phenomenal opportunity to create more wealth for yourself. So the Tupan, and I will definitely hit on that in a few minutes, but it is a coin that is minted with its own node, and that node can be attached to an add-on to your ZENIQ Hub. Okay, so there's some options that you can have it added on to your ZENIQ Hub, or you can have a standalone that you purchase separately. But either way, you're going to mint more Tupan tokens as well. And so this is a safer, greener way to create more tokens, create more value, create more coins, create more crypto in your portfolio than mining crypto, right? So like I said, these guys have really thought this through and created an amazing opportunity for us to build wealth for the long term. All right, so those are the coins that are involved, or the crypto that's involved with this particular program. Like I said, the multi-trillion-dollar market. So I know I mentioned that at the beginning, but just to give you a little more insight, when we talk about this multi-trillion-dollar market, we're talking 800 trillion and more probably by now. You can compare that to Google, compare that to Coca-Cola. You know that, everywhere in the world, you're going to have access to Google pretty much. And then even if you don't have water, somehow Coca-Cola seems to arrive in places where water is not even existent. So it's kind of phenomenal. And I think somebody, did a commercial or kind of made a, not necessarily a joke, but, kind of in that same vein, we talk about Coca-Cola, and somebody was on the moon and they dug up a Coca-Cola can, that was rusted. So, that's just kind of some weird stuff going on out there, I guess. So when we talk about this multi-trillion-dollar market, we really want to focus on tokenization. Within this 800 trillion or more, we're talking about a forecast of $24 trillion by 2027 within the tokenization piece of this multi-trillion-dollar market. And so when we think about wanting to be in an industry or being in a place where we can make money, guess what? this is a $24 trillion segment of this multi-trillion-dollar market. So I think that we are in a good spot in order to earn from this particular market. When we're talking about tokenization, yes, there's probably going to be a whole nother slide deck just for tokenization. And because right now, I really want to, let me do one thing right quick. Let me see if I can pull that up just so you can get an idea about who we're dealing with when it comes to tokenization. All right, let's do this real quick. So if you will, Ramzig is the kind of the invisible hand that has been operating alongside with supporting and helping create and develop the blockchain for ZENIQ Technologies based upon the information provided. Okay. No, I have not. I've listened to the regional directors and they really have not given a very, very detailed explanation on the role Ramzig plays, because this really just came up in the last month or so. But what we do know is Ramzig is about tokenization. And so when we talk about tokenization within the ZENIQ Technologies, Ramzig is really a key player. And so to see Ramzig come to the forefront now, that means that the focus is starting to shift more to the tokenization of the assets that they were talking about a year ago. And so just a real quick highlight on this particular organization that's part of the ZENIQ family, tokenization of digital assets is at the core of Ramzig as an affirmation of its fully decentralized services propelled by a futuristic vision and an exceptional team of innovative minds. We're setting state-of-the-art standards in the blockchain industry, driving it towards a future that is highly secure. We've developed a revolutionary blockchain technology ecosystem, and it's just the beginning, right? So the huge potential of tokenization is one of the key aspects of the fourth industrial revolution. Tokenization of digital assets presents a vast potential to create new opportunities. So these are just some of the things that the company has talked about. Obviously, this is on their website. I wanted to get a little bit more understanding of what role they're playing with ZENIQ. So let me roll down here so you get a better picture of why Ramzig is important and why are we even talking about it. Excuse me. So right here it says Ramzig is all about tokenization, and as you can tell, they continue to talk about that, right? But here's where I kind of want you to focus. Ramzig, Arabic word that means your token. The Ramzig group is the developer of the next generation digital asset management system, the ZENIQ blockchain, inspired by Dubai's vision to shape the future of blockchain. So they're focusing on the 97%. And this is what the CEO of ZENIQ talked about on his original video, was that they're focusing on the 90% of the people that don't have access or don't know about blockchain technology, rather than 3% that already do, right? So Ramzig is a key player when it comes to creating that next phase of this ZENIQ blockchain, which is the tokenization piece. And I'm gonna tell you, this is a hot topic in the industry. And so for ZENIQ to be partnering with Ramzig and leading this charge, I am just thrilled to no less degree to be part of this at this time, because I'm looking forward to that real estate, tokenization of real estate, and really being able to crowdfund into that program so that we can really start seeing some massive gains. So what can be tokenized? The two things that was discussed by the regional directors on the advent of Ramzig being part of the program, tokenization of digital art and real estate. Those are the two things they're focusing on now, but there's probably going to be some other things that come in the future. So definitely keep your eyes and ears open for that. At the end of the day, what's the mission here? What is your personal mission? Why do you get involved in an alternative way to generate more income, create more wealth for yourself and your family and your community? Well, at the end of the day, you want to create multiple streams of income within one program, which is so much better than having multiple programs, right? And so Tupan minting is one of the ways that they have created opportunity for us. ZENIQ minting is definitely the original. Avanox staking is another part of it. And then Ramzig is bringing on the tokenization piece. So just from these, literally, these are all passive ways that you generate income within this particular ecosystem. There is no recruitment required. It's just a matter of you saying, look, I'm in, where do I get started? And you can start earning right there, no problem. And so what you want to do is find out, how do you get started? All that information, I'm sure, was pretty cool, but at the end of the day, let me just give you a simple way to get started. All right. This is your access to the financial sovereignty and active wealth accumulation or passive wealth accumulation. What you see here are the ZENIQ hubs, right? And so based upon the information I give you, if you have questions, get with the person that invited you, get a better understanding of how this fits into your portfolio, of creating that, financial journey, that financial destination, that, whatever you want to call it, financial security. You choose based upon your clarity, based upon getting your questions answered. We don't want you to look at something and not understand it and then just kind of walk away. And no, you have the opportunity to ask questions today, and you'll, obviously be able to talk to the person that invited you and really, really, really get to a point where you're comfortable in saying, you know what, I'm good. Let's do this. ZENIQ Hub 01, 1998 euro. So that one right there is the actual hub, the tablet digital asset manager that we talked about earlier. And so that is a physical device that you can order. It does have the minting capabilities. You will mint cryptocurrency within that hub. You'll be able to access crypto wallet, multi-coin wallet. You'll be able to sync up to your back office. So you can really do a lot with that. It is going to grow with you as well. So any new developments, all that stuff gets added to that. There is a new ZENIQ app, like I said, a new version of that. That'll something else you can sync to as well. So there's a lot of value in that if you so desire to go that route. Now, 1998 euro, you can kind of convert that. I normally use about 1.1, 1.18 or something like that to get to the dollar amount. And so, about $2,500, something like that. No more than 25. Or you can go with the housing hub, which most of us purchase a housing hub. This is the virtual version of the hub where you don't physically have to take ownership of anything, but you have access through the website. You get your dashboard. You can do everything right there, right? So you have the housing hub, which is 14.99 euro. Let's say about $1,600. You can get started. That's 1 times the production of the minting, process. So if you want to have 1x minting power, then you purchase that 14.99 euro hub. Boom, you get started. Minting starts, and you'll be earning cryptocurrency, the ZENIQ coin, through that process. Now, if you want to have more minting power, 2x that minting power, then you have the ability to get the 2x housing hub. So that 2x housing hub gives you twice the minting power as the 1 housing hub. If you want to get 4x, then you go with the 4x housing hub. You get 4x the minting power in that particular hub. And you can do that for 8, 16, 32, 64, 126, 128, and 256x. So you can get more minting power if you so desire. Like I said, this is something that, you can kind of figure out on your own based upon your budget, based upon your desire to reach that level of financial security, financial freedom, if you will. Then you get started where you believe you want to be. The 2x hubs, 2950. So you're looking at about 3,400. And then the 4x hub, 58. So, maybe $6,000 and some change. So this is kind of where you get started. Now, you can get started for free. Yes, you heard that right. You can get registered, get in the process, start learning, start understanding, attend the meetings, and then decide kind of where you want to go, because now you can kind of see things for yourself. You can see the back office, you can review things. So there's opportunity to get in and take a look around. Free is free, right? A lot of people want to check things out before they make a purchase. That's okay. I personally was like, look, I'm in, let's go. You got the half a housing hub, you got a 1/4, you got a 1/32, 1/16, 1/8. They give you all opportunities to get involved and see how the process works for you. All right. And so definitely give the person that invited you. You got questions, get those questions answered. And then we'll be able to work together. Now, here's what's interesting. It's not over. It gets better. Here is, oh yeah, this is a slide that I was talking about, but I already went to the website. So this is just a kind of reminder slide. So if you can't see it that well, it's okay. Excuse me. This, yeah, sorry about that. So this slide up here in the top left, this is about the app. So the new app will have the access to information like tokenization and NFTs. You got your multi-coin wallet. It's got the staking access. It's got authentication and the 2FA and all that. Security level is high. You got a decentralized messenger app in there where you can make calls. You can do all of those things and know that you're secure. The ZENIQ Exchange, be able to access that through the app, and a hub connection and minting. So every single aspect of your business, you'll be able to run through that new app. It is available in the App Store. You can download that. We recommend it. If you have the old app, then you can take your 12 seed phrase and you can put it into your new app. So you can just say restore wallet, boom, put those 12 words in there, and you can transfer everything over to the new app. We recommend it. We're going to talk about recommendation marketing here in a second. These are Asker, Thomas. These are the three that we're talking on the recent webinar. I had a workshop going on, and they were introducing the new COO of Saphir Global, which is this guy, Ilhan Dogan. No, I don't know much about him. I caught a little bit of the talk that he was doing. I think it was a couple of days ago. And so just to highlight, if anybody was on the call, you already know, kind of his story. You saw some of the things that they talked about. But just to let the new people know, or whoever hasn't heard, this Ilhan Dogan, he is a master when it comes to network marketing. He has brought in over 1 million people in his downline. Yes, that's million. I don't know about anybody else, and I don't care what industry you're in, but if you can build an organization of over 1 million people before social media, you're doing something. So he definitely was brought in and given that high position in the organization, COO. So he is not your regional director. He is part of the company to help build and market and expand the brand. Really powerful. I do expect to see some things from this guy. So anyway, he did an introduction of himself and things like that a couple of days ago on the call. I think it was Thanksgiving. So that was the first time I heard from him. And so I know he hasn't been on the program long. But yeah, definitely respect goes out to somebody that can do that. But let's go ahead and make sure that we give you a complete picture today. Tupan minting. So we're going to talk about Tupan. Tupan is the other coin that I mentioned. It is an actual token that is built on the Tupan ecosystem. So Tupan has, like I said, these are companies. These are not just coins that some developer made and said, "Hey, Zeniq, can you add this to your program?" No, these are actual companies, actual investment funds, actual businesses out there that's doing what they do, and they saw that there was a mutual kind of attraction when it came to the ZENIQ blockchain and the Tupan program, and so they got together, and now we're part of that value stream. So we do benefit from that partnership. The only thing I like to highlight on this slide is on that fourth bullet. It says in compliance with the 17 UN Sustainable Development Goals. The Tupan token is an impact token. That impact token basically means that it has value in the environment. It actually positively has a program positively affecting the bioeconomy, helping to repair the rainforest and other areas that are subject to pollution, like carbon, emissions, and killing the ozone and all those things, and basically burning down the Amazon rainforest. So they're trying to make sure that there's a mechanism in place that they were doing before even ZENIQ became part of the program, that they are out there doing that business. And so now they have partnered with ZENIQ Technologies, got on the ZENIQ blockchain, and we're able to mint the Tupan tokens. I think it's at about 92 per day. If you got involved today and purchase your Tupan node, you can earn about 92 of those Tupan tokens every day. So really, really, really a great opportunity to help the rainforest, help bioeconomy, help to repair the ozone layer, all of those things through investing with this particular organization. So there's another opportunity, part of the value stream of the ZENIQ Technologies organization, and you're part of it right now. And so, like I said, you can definitely get with the person that invited you if you want to break down, a lot more about the company and what they offer, what they do. But just know that as a Saphir Global member, then you're offered an opportunity to purchase the Tupan nodes along with your ZENIQ node. They would kind of work hand in hand, and you will be able to mint these particular tokens and benefit from all of the marketing and business that they are doing already. Right. So it's really powerful. Key aspect of this particular, organization is they are the Forest AU Green LLC is an investment fund that is certified and registered with the SEC in the US. This is the only one that's in the crypto space, DeFi space, that is registered with the SEC. So that's very powerful in itself. And they are supporting, like I said, the UN, objectives to reduce all of this type of pollution and degradation of the earth. So it's a win-win, absolutely a win-win. So I really, really, would recommend, if you just look into them, get some more information just to understand a little bit better about the program. There is a slide deck in the back office that you can download, and you can, go through that and get all that information as well. All right. So like I said, the CO2, so the crypto, the carbon credits is a big piece of the puzzle. I'm not going to go into that today. Just know that what I just said, is really applicable, that we are benefiting by minting Tupan tokens. Then we're benefiting their mission to help reduce the carbon emissions and help rebuild the Amazon rainforest, as well as the greater bioeconomy that's being destroyed by us humans. All right. So with that, there is a slide that's part of that deck that you can download, and it talks about how that funding works. In short, profits made from trading CO2 certificates are used to buy Tupan tokens on the or from the open market. So that's kind of how that works. There are ZENIQ hubs, and there are Tupan add-ons or masternodes. And so if you already have your ZENIQ hubs, then you can purchase add-ons. And the add-ons, the Tupan node add-ons are €9.98. If you already have a fractional hub, like, if you have anything from the 100 all the way up to the €800 ZENIQ hub, then you can purchase a full Tupan hub, and it will produce, like I said, 90, 92 or something like that right now. Anyway, it continues to decrease over time. So you want to make that decision, as early as possible to get the maximum amount of coins minted for you. So those are the two things Tupan offers in the back office. You can purchase those right there in the back office. There is a time halving and a sales halving. If you don't understand that process, real quick, time halving means that over time, there's going to be a reduction in the production of the actual cryptocurrency. In this case, it's Tupan tokens. ZENIQ has the same thing for the ZENIQ coins. There is a time halving and a sales halving for that as well. What is the purpose? Reduce the amount in circulation. Demand continues to grow. That means that the value of the cryptocurrency grows as well. And so it's just a matter of time. right? That's a long-term play for anyone in the program to see that happen. Now, I want to get into, where is, oh man, this thing, it's not working. Okay. All right. So with that being said, let me go ahead. Well, I'll tell you what, I think that, like I said, Ms. Gail will talk more about, we'll talk a little bit more about the event that's coming up. So instead of really going into that, we'll talk about that right after. Now, all of that is all passive. Everything that you just saw is absolutely passive, right? You can earn from the Avanox staking, you can earn from the Tupan minting, you can earn from the Zeniq minting. All of that happens. You deposit, you purchase your product, and those products work for you. Fascinating. Some of you are here saying, great, good, because I'm not going out there recruiting nobody. You don't have to recruit. There is no recruiting required. Don't worry about it. You don't have to. But if you want to become a master of your finances and grow and grow and grow and help your community, then guess what? Yeah, there's a Saphir business model that can support you in that. All right. So we're going to talk about the recommendation marketing that Saphir Global has provided for its members. If you so choose to spread the word, then the company says, here's what we're going to do for you, right? You invite somebody to take a look at the opportunity. They look at it. That person cares enough to say, look, it's working for me. I have a vision. I have a belief that this company has proven itself and it's going to continue doing so, because you can see the evolution of the ecosystem. They are doing what they said they're going to do. And people are definitely rising to the ranks and getting paid for this. Therefore, I want to offer that opportunity to you, because your money is in that CD, your money's in that IRA, your money's in that 401k, and it's just crawling. Let me put that thing into hyperspeed and put it over here. Now, all of a sudden, you're going to be earning through this minting process. You're going to build your value in crypto. You're going to build your value with the company, and you're going to start to have other opportunities to win. And when that happens, you register, you make a purchase, then the company's going to give the sponsor 10% on that direct referral, right? Now, when you say, wow, this thing is working, and you go out and you share it with someone else, then the sponsor is going to get that 2% of what you do. You're going to get the 10% of your direct referral. And it works all the way down 15 levels plus, right? We're not going to get into the plus, but it does work level by level by level. You'll continue to get paid on everything that happens in your organization when you start to build. Now, when you become more intentional about your business and you say, okay, you know what, let me set a goal. I want to be a diamond in 6 months, whatever, right? You get with your sponsor, you start working this business, you become, like I said, very intentional on how you want to do it, set it up, make it happen every month, checking in, making it happen, showing up for the meetings, doing what you got to do to make it happen. Why? Because you got all this support around you, right? In this day and time, you don't even have to do a presentation ever, right? Because there's one going on 3 or 4 times a week, right? Including Saturdays. So let's say you get out there, you make it happen, boom. You have 7 people, they invested on your team. They're your leaders, people you work with, talk to all the time. You guys are like, all right, let's go, let's do this, let's make it happen. Boom, 7 people invested in the company. You got 10,000 in volume. You're good to go. The company says, great, check. We're going to give you €300 bonus. Now, that's your Ruby level. Now you're really kind of entering into another level. So you have those same people working the business. You add about another 5. Let's say you just boom, you just do it. You're out there working the business. You got about 20 frontline. Everybody's making it happen. They're excited. Boom. So you pretty much covered as it goes for the direct referrals. Done, right? You got that done. Everybody's working. You're making sure that you're supporting your team. When you get to €20,000 in volume, right, and you have it built properly, then you're going to get €600 bonus. Now you're at double Ruby. You see that and you're like, oh, this is cool. Let me keep it moving. Now you're building their teams. You got at least 12 that are active. You get to 100,000 in volume, then boom, the company's going to pay you a €3,000 bonus. Yes, we have sapphires. We have double sapphires, and I believe we have some black sapphires. So those, anybody can vouch for these things happening directly because they have personal experience with that. You have the €300 volume. And when you hit that €300 volume, the company is going to give you €9,000 bonus. When you get to €500,000 in volume, in your organization, not you directly, but your whole organization, right? Built properly, then you're going to get a 15,000 euro bonus. When you have $1 million in volume in your organization, the company is going to give you a 40,000 euro bonus. And like I said, we can do this all day. I can go on and on and on, tell you about the other 6, but as you can tell, the numbers just get bigger and bigger and bigger. The smiles get bigger and bigger and bigger because you can see yourself really, really elevated up to that double gold diamond level, right? So if you want to get to maximize your compensation from these bonuses alone, after you go through these 12 positions, you will have earned over 4.5 million euros in bonuses alone. That's powerful, like absolutely incredible. But it doesn't stop there. The company says, you know what, you're doing great. Thank you. While you're doing that, if you're a Ruby, we're going to give you a share of the revenue. So there is a revenue share that they issue as well. Now, at the end of the month, they take 10% of the total revenue and they see how many career levels they have, and they're going to pay out a specific amount based upon the actual share amount that they're going to give to each career level. And as you can see, the stars represent how many shares you get. So if it's 100 euros per share, then you have the Ruby level gets 1 share, which is 100 euros. If it's 100 euros per share and you're double Ruby, you're going to get 2 shares, which is 200, and on and on and on. Now you get to that diamond level and you have 100 euros per share. That's 8,000 euros that you get as a bonus. Now, they have added some more value to this as well. And in your back office, you see that you can track that additional value that they've added to the program. But you got to, think about it. They're giving you this 8,000 euro bonus as a diamond. And they don't only do that 1 month, they're going to do that for 6 months straight, right? So you're going to get that for 6 months. That's just outstanding, right? And that's how the company rolls. It is really, really taking care of its members. Now, on top of that, it's not just, taking care of the members, it's doing some phenomenal things in addition to that piece of it, right? So there are a lot more benefits to the program. But at this juncture, like I said, it will, we started around 9:15, 9:20. And I think that we can go ahead and close out this portion of the presentation because I've covered pretty much the core aspects of the program up to this point. You have the active side and you have the passive side. And so now you should be able to make an educated decision, informed decision on what your next steps are. Get with the person that invited you, get your questions answered, and then get started on this successful business. All right. So peace, love, and happiness to everyone for taking the time and sticking with us for this initial overview of the program. And guess what? It's questions and answers time. Thank you. All right.
But great presentation, Coach. I really do appreciate it. And thank you so, Ms. Gail, for keeping us informed, keeping us in the loop. I really do appreciate it. And thanks for my people that came on and trusted the leadership. I appreciate them coming on. And some of them had to get off. And we're looking forward to greater things 2023.
Nice. Well, it's definitely a pleasure having you on. And I personally appreciate those comments. And Ms. Gail?
I thank you, Ms. Stone. And I like to say, Coach, she's a rising star.
Nice.
And she has only been in the business about a month, but she's got about 20 people in her downline already.
There we go.
And she's excited, willing to learn. This is what we need. And just to tell people, this is a process. We are not a fly-by-night company. But if you want to knuckle down, get in that back office and learn and read, this is a fairly simple program. But this takes work. And the fruits of your labor come a little bit later. I've been in, it'll be a year, December 10th, when I get back from Dubai. I can see my 1-year anniversary. But
Mhm.
that first 6 months was a build. And there is a way to build this company. But once you get that and stay consistent, the money begins to come. Another thing I'd like to make a comment on Ms. Stone's original comment about shares in the company, if you want to call them that, is ranking up, becoming a ruby, a double ruby. You get stars, you get money, you get bonuses. And now they've ramped up that bonus plan to 3 bonuses. It's phenomenal. We all got our first one in November. But what I'd like to say about that, those stars to me are like you owning shares in the company. And once you rank up to Ruby and you're guaranteed 6 months of payments, this is phenomenal. There's no other company doing this. And then you go to double Ruby and you get it again, but you've got more stars. Now, when it gets good and you make it to Sapphire and you jump to 10 stars, double Sapphire, 20 stars, multiplied times the bonus, which is the company sharing 10% of its earnings with those people who are sharing this and creating the people that are attracting these companies that want to put projects on us. So we are collectively responsible for how many projects the company can offer us, and each project is another stream of income. It just doesn't get any better than that. And once you can wrap your head around this ecosystem and what makes ZENIQ and our unique blockchain attractive to major corporations, then you'll get it like we got it. I'm not going anywhere. But along with that is the fact that they have made it possible for the little people to win. See, these Apples and Googles and these big companies, if you want to talk about shares or stock, you can't get in unless you buy 1,000 of them at $1,000+ a piece. And they don't guarantee you anything, nor do we. But if you can get into something for free, you can be broke. I mean, somebody living on the street with a government phone that has internet can make it in this business. This is phenomenal. And for as little as $100, you can partake in this. You can do it free because you can tell somebody, we all got a mouth. That's free. Sharing is free, but sharing will get you 10%. So really wrap your heads around this. And if you don't get what I'm saying, get in your back office. And the last thing I want to say is that bronze badge. And I looked at my account and I sent the company a support ticket and I asked them for a list of the people in my downline who had achieved their bronze badge. To my dismay, there was only about 20 people and I got 500 of them. What's going on? But in order to understand blockchain and crypto and Saphir and how all this works together, most of us, unless you just haven't been in the crypto space, can pass that test. And I found that the 19 people who had it were the people that I put in December and January of last year. And part of everything we teach you is to pass it down to the people that you introduced this business to. They didn't make those tests just to give you something hard to do. This is knowledge. And when you encounter to share with someone know what you're talking about a little bit. That will give you that knowledge. Then you don't need me, Miss Sandra, Miss Marigold, Coach Rashid. 3 ways is the key, but help yourself. And this is open to everyone. I had nothing. I joined with 150 euro, bought a 16th of a hub. I was sick with cancer. See, I can tell you this story, and I'm passionate about it because I shared. It took me to February to buy a hub, a whole hub, because I didn't have the money. I earned it. Everyone on this call can do it if you really want to do it. This company has blessed me to the tune of about $100,000 over time. No, it wasn't in the beginning, but when I divide that by the year that I've been in this company, I don't know nowhere else. I never had a job that paid me $8,000-9,000 a month. So y'all got to hear this, and this is from the heart. I won't do anything else. I'm gonna keep on doing this. I may have, and I do have other streams of income, but this is the joint. This is the bomb. This is the ultimate, and they keep making it better and better and better.
Oh, yeah.
And nobody understands until you experience this, and you will not experience it until you share. Yes, you can be passive, put your money in there and let it sit. You're going to be all right in 2 to 5 years. I want to be all right as quick as I can. I'm 71 years old. I don't know how much time I have left. Right. I asked the Lord for my 70. He gave it to me. Everything else is gravy. I'm going to Dubai. I didn't even have to pay for that. I earned it. My hotel, my plane fare. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to bring those of you who can't come, didn't make the mark, the information firsthand. I want to touch the sand, see the Burj Khalifa, bring back some pictures. See, y'all just don't understand that I'm proud of myself.
That's awesome.
Okay. And all you had to do was get the Saphir. They may not offer that promotion next year, but you can make enough money for a $2,000 plane ticket and pay for it yourself. I will come back and tell you whether it was worth it or not. God willing, and the creek don't rise. Yeah. But I just want to share that this company is worth all the time and effort that you are willing to put into it. I had fights with my husband. You've been on the phone 16 hours. And I'd go, so what's it to you? I am doing this. And I did this. And I'm going to continue to do this. And I know y'all sick of me, but I just know what this means. And I thank God for Sandra Holt, because she introduced me to the company. I had no clue that this was out here. And I thank her. And you better thank whoever invited you on this call, whoever introduced you to this business. And most of the people that will introduce you to this business, they not doing nothing. They looking at the fly-by-night programs, 3 months here, 6 months over there. I've done them. I've been in networking for over 40 years. There is nothing like this. Amway is good. They still here. And these companies that have 40-year standings, but they not paying like this company. Somebody showed me a path to $1 million cash, one-time bonus. If I live long enough, I want that €1 million. And I am going to set out to get it, but I can't get it by myself. You all have to help me, help you. Coach Rashid, go help us, help ourselves, and help him. Yes, he does this every Saturday for free, but he gonna get paid in the end. The Lord is blessing us, and has blessed us to hear this stuff. So y'all need to just knuckle down. Don't be talking about no holiday. You can take 2 hours out to get paid and to understand how to get paid, why to get paid, when to get paid. See, I could go on for another hour, but I'm not going to do that. But I just really want y'all to know that what you have in your hands is so phenomenal. If it ends in a year, Miss Gail is all right. And I thank you for allowing me to just get it out, Coach G. And I'm glad you're better.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't mess with your children before they come and get all excited. But tell them this is how they eat.
That's right.
And so other people, you got to understand, you got to be willing to put something aside so that you do have the time. If you decide tomorrow you want to take your kids, put them in a big camper and get in it and drive them through a tree in Yellowstone Park, you have the capability of doing this. Maybe 2 years ago you didn't. I don't know where you were before because I don't know you, but I intend to do that with my great grandkids. I'm gonna let them roll through a tree and go see Mount Rushmore and the Grand Canyon that's drying up. See, before all this stuff go away. So I thank y'all for listening to my tirade. I love you all. I would not be where I am without the 500 people that have participated in my downline. And I just thank you. And y'all have a good day.
Awesome. Awesome. That's passion right there. That's pure passion. You gotta love what you do. And I'm gonna tell you, this is a people business. The rest is just extra.